What's up, Trainiacs? With brutal hair. Terrible salad. That's better, Trainiacs. With 2018 coming to an end, we start thinking about the past year and how it went. So today, just for giggles, we are going to go through some just random awards of best performances, best runs, best comeback stories, best breakouts of all the pro triathletes. Actually, there are some amateur performances out there, and it's going to be very unofficial. So what is up, triathletes out there? Here we are going to be giving away the annual 2018 awards for best things that happened over the course of 2018 in triathlon. Now, of course, this is top of my head. This is my opinion. This isn't official. I haven't run polls or statistical analyses here, so it's just top of my head answers, and what I want to hear from you is if you agree with these or if you disagree, if you've got a better answer for any of these categories, I want to hear your answer in the comments below. Let's chat it up and start off with the best performance of the year. I've got to give it to Jan Frodeno in the Half Ironman World Championships. People who didn't race that course, I don't think they realize how good a performance a 3:36 with a 1:06 half marathon was, going toe-to-toe against two of the best racers that triathlon has ever seen in Alistair Brownlee and Javier Gomez. The road surface on the bike was quite slick, also very bumpy, and there were some hills at every single turnaround on the run. So to run a 1:06, which if you go and look at most of your local half marathons, that would be a winning time. Do that after a bike that takes the snot out of you. I think that that's probably one of the best performances that we've seen all year, if not ever. We do have to give an honorable mention, however, to Daniela Ryf for her performance in Ironman Frankfurt, which got her 7th place overall, even amongst the men. Crazy. Now let's get into best swimmer, best cyclist, best runner, and what we are looking at here is best in their categories relative to the rest of the field, not most talented or fastest average time. We are talking about who beats up on the field consistently. Starting with the swim, gotta give it to Lucy Charles. Every single race that she enters, she is coming out perhaps minutes ahead of the rest of her competition. And this is against former ITU athletes. She is going up against some of the fastest swimmers in triathlon already and gapping them by a lot. So it has to go to Lucy Charles, that's no question. We don't see that anywhere in the men's with anyone doing that consistently time after time after time. We also don't even see that in ITU. So Lucy Charles, best swimmer of 2018. Also, Lucy Charles is teaching a how to swim masterclass with us, and all of the early spots for Lucy's course are sold out, but you can get access to all the courses for half off every single year, $90. Go to triathlonterran.com/early masterclass. Best biker. I think we've got to give it to Daniela Ryf. Daniela Ryf, she has proven that it doesn't matter how far ahead of her Lucy Charles comes out of the water, but Daniela Ryf is easily able to charge up, and she is able to try to break her. She wasn't quite able to do that in Half Ironman Worlds, but she is breaking course records all over the place, and she's not beating herself up doing it. We saw in 2017 that when she basically time trialed the last 40 kilometers in the Ironman World Championships, risking blowing herself up, she was still able to get off the bike and run one of the few fastest marathons of the day. Strongest biker, hands down, Daniela Ryf. Strongest runner? Well, this is more podium contenders from Ironman ranks in the women. I gotta say Annie Haug. Annie Haug has been putting out just drop-dead fast runs, still going up against fast ITU running athletes, athletes who own course records, and she is minutes ahead of them. She put out the fastest run in Ironman Worlds, she put out the fastest run in Half Ironman Worlds, and it was by a matter of minutes. And this is all in just like her 1.5 years kind of into long distance racing. So I think she has a ton of potential. If she's coming off the bike and able to run that fast, I think that she is probably going to be the fastest runner, which you bike for show, you run for dough. Daniela Ryf is doing both. So let's go with the top age group performance. And I wouldn't say that this was the top age group performance overall. That might go to Dan Plews for his time breaking the record time at Kona, but that's it's hard to suss out if that's actually a record-breaking time overall because the conditions were so good that day. I do think that a performance that we can look at and confidently say that is the best performance of all time is a discipline, and it is the swim that Jan Sibertsen, an age grouper, did in the water in Kona, breaking the all-time swim course record that has stood for years and years. He came out and he hammered it. Coincidentally, he is the agent for Patrick Lange and he is the owner of Sailfish, and over the course of his triathlon career, he's made a point of being first out of the water. So congratulations to Jan, that was very impressive. Gutsiest performance, sticking with Kona, I think we gotta go with Sarah True for how hard she went out in that run in her first time in Kona, with everyone talking about be careful in Kona, pace yourself in Kona. She goes out and everyone on Elite U Drive is going, go Sarah, go. And she's like, okay, I'll go. You want me to go? I'll go. And she was charging up the hill so fast on Palani when I was following her that I had a hard time just keeping up to her, getting footage, and I hadn't biked 180 kilometers before then. That was intense. Didn't work out very well for her in the last 10K, but the fact that she laid it on the line, I think shows that she's got a lot of guts, a lot of desire, she's willing to hurt, and take that knowledge and combine it with the talent that she's got. She could be very dangerous in Kona over the next few years. Breakout season, I think we got to give it to Vincent Luis. In 2017, 2016, he was starting to get his way onto the podium, but this year in 2018, he just drop-kicked the Super League Triathlon and he beat Mario Mola, who is hands down the best athlete on the ITU circuit in 2018, beat him in the grand final. I think that that's showing that Vincent Luis is still getting faster and he's going to be a top podium contender, if not the top podium contender in ITU racing going forward. Disappointing years. Can we say that Javier Gomez had a disappointing year when it was his first time doing full distance racing? He won a full distance challenge race, placed second in Ironman Cannes. You didn't have a great half Ironman Worlds or a great Kona. I think given the expectations that were put upon Javier Gomez, I have to say that he probably did underperform. There were some people leading into Ironman Kona that were saying he's the hands down favorite. He is absolutely the hands down favorite. And what I saw from him was actually little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of discomfort with the longer distance race. I think he is still searching, and because in my opinion he's probably the most well-rounded triathlete that has ever walked the face of the earth, that from being up here to searching for how to actually race the full Ironman distance, probably going to be fairly disappointing. Honorable mention, I'd say, to Lionel Sanders. Given his expectations, his preparation, given how many tens of thousands of Lionel Sanders fans expected him to win Ironman Kona and to have him place where he did, yeah, honorable mention. I'm sorry, Lionel. You'll get there. You'll figure it out. Now, best comeback. We had an amazing year for comeback stories. We had Tim Don going from crashing out just before Kona and having to wear a halo throughout 6 months of his life. We had Terenzo Bizzone going from a hospital bed to winning 2 races in 2 weeks shortly after. But I think that the best comeback story has to be Matt Russell going from near death, the surgeon having to put his finger on his jugular to make sure he didn't die, his head nearly being ripped off after crashing through and into a car at 60 kilometers an hour. 36 miles an hour during Kona 2017, nearly dying, having brain damage to the point that on our podcast, he admitted that he was losing his place while we were talking, to having to race week after week after week after week to even just qualify for Kona, and then coming across the finish line in Kona in 6th. That, I think, is going from the basement to the top, and it awards Matt Russell the best comeback story of 2018. Very happy for you, Matt. That of all things really got me crying at the finish line in Kona. Now, 2 final ones. Let's go with best statement of the year. I think we got to go with Cody Beals. I believe that Cody Beals has been on the rise over the last few years, obviously. Didn't have a great 2017, but in 2018, I think he made a statement that he is here, he is established, and he is probably one of the favorites that is going to be coming up in the ranks over the next few years. He started off the year with half Ironman wins in Taiwan, Victoria, Eagleman. Then he stepped up to the full distance, winning full Ironman Mont Tremblant in his first kick at the full distance race, beating none other than Lionel Sanders quite convincingly. Then he followed that up with a full Ironman, no swim, distance race in Ironman Chattanooga against our buddy Matt Russell. I think these are some dominating performances and show that even against very stiff competition, Cody Beals is probably one of the favorites out there. And then finally, got to give a hometown shout out to Tyler Mislawchuk for, I would say, having the best finish line photos of anyone this year. Whether it was getting 3rd at the Super League Equalizer, whether it was winning the Italian Grand Prix, or coming in 4th in Yokohama, the man knows how to take a finish line photo, and what's more than that, he knows how to represent Canada like the sauce tanks we are and absolutely hammer some finish line champagne showers. Very proud of you, very happy for you, Tyler. You grew up just like 20 minutes that way, and you're representing Canada and Winnipeg very well. Everyone, congratulations for all their performances this year. It has been a fantastic 2018. It's been fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to a great 2019. Later, Trainiacs, make sure you're subscribed for 2019 goodness if you aren't already.